and welcome back to the channel. So if you saw us last time around, we were in the McDonald's ranges, sort of west and east of Alice Springs. This week we're heading north of Alice Springs, right up the middle, and with eventually heading up to Darwin. But the first stop on the way up there is this little destination called Devil's Marbles. An amazing little spot. Let's go check it out. So the interesting thing here was, and you can stay overnight in the car park, which is kind of interesting for caravanners and campers, but these are fully grown gum trees, a road heading past, and I'm glad it was all there so you can see the scale of this place. You can see power lines in the distance, and this place looked like some giants had come along, collected some interesting looking stones, placed them all in a pile so that we could all for years scratch our heads, take pictures and wonder how on earth they got there. The scale was incredible, quite an amazing place to see, so I was glad we were able to stop and get a picture for you. Let's enjoy it together. Then it was time to head north from the Devil's Marbles. We were heading up towards Darwin, but on the way there's an incredible national park called Litchfield National Park, just about an hour south of Darwin, with some really nice waterfalls. Let's go check them out. Yes, it is me. A slightly different look, but here we go. Anyway, so we are currently at Florence Falls. Now, Florence Falls is in Litchfield National Park, just about an hour south of Darwin. This is quite a spectacular little waterfall. We're going to do this one this morning. We've already had a swim down here, so I ran back up to the car park via the 131 steps for you guys, of course, to go and get the camera and bring it back down and the tripod, and we'll see if we can get a shot down there. There's a couple of different paths you can take. You can go via the steps, or you can go via the Shady Creek path. I'm going to run down the steps again, see if we can get set up for a shot. Okay, let's head down there. So we've arrived. It's only about maybe a 12-15 minute sort of walk down those steps to get here, but when you're down here, it is absolutely beautiful. So it looks like a two-stage waterfall, so it looks like there's another fall on top of this, but the upper falls are not really accessible. The path around the top side sort of takes you away from the other falls. So I'm guessing it's probably a safety issue that they don't want people swimming in there in case they end up coming over the falls. So I selected this rock that I'm standing at as a little bit of foreground interest, because it's a really it's a rock with lots of character. When I went up to the car to get the camera, there was no one here, but right now there's someone sunbathing on it. So I'm just going to set the camera up. I'm sure they'll take the hint, but it's a free country. They're welcome to sunbathe all they like, I guess, but I'm sure after a while they're going to go in for a swim. So I'm just going to wait a sec, and even as I speak they're going to go in for a swim. So here we go. I'm going to get a shot here, and what I'm going to do is probably take a shot. I'll do two shots. I'll do one for the background and the falls themselves. I'm going to do that as a 5-shot bracket just to make sure I don't blow out the water in the falls, and then I'll do one for the rock here as well in the foreground just to make sure I get the rock in sort of in focus, texture, sharp, and all those things. What I will also do, once I'm finished the shot, is I'll leave the people in the shot, and then I'll use the Photoshop tool, just the remove tool, and we'll take what people there are in the pool out of the pool, and we'll see what difference that makes. And you can tell me which you would prefer, what way would you do it? Alright, here we go with both the shots. Let's see how it came out. Check it out.
So I did get a little bit lucky here because as I was setting up for this shot, only this one guy was left in the pool. So I just decided after all, let's just leave him in the shot because it's actually really good for some scale to show the size of the waterfalls. And before the wave of next people came in for the shot. So here comes the final shot.
So our friends came back and decided they wanted to be in the shot. So I've just moved across a little bit. I'm about 10 meters to the left. And I've actually found quite a nice spot here with some overhanging trees to sort of complete the canopy above the falls. You can see where I am right now. What I'm very conscious of is I've got a whole ant colony right next to me. I don't know if you can see them down here, but there's a whole bunch of them just crawling around this rock. So I'm trying not to disturb them. I've done a landscape shot and also a portrait shot here. I've remembered to twist the polarizer to make sure we sort of minimize the reflections on the water. So what I'll do is we'll finish the shot, and then once again in Photoshop I'll leave the people in the original shot, and then I'll take them out with the remove tool in Photoshop. Dead easy. Okay, let's see how they came out.
Okay, so the original shot here has all of these people in the shot, and it's probably one of these kinds of shots that I wouldn't hesitate about using the remove tool in Photoshop because it does make the shot look very untidy. What does it look like with the remove tool? Draw a circle around it, tell Photoshop to take them out, and they're gone. It actually does a really good job. So here's the final shot.
Alright, so the last falls that you saw was Florence Falls, and we did a couple of shots there, and I've jumped in the car, driven probably about, I think it's maybe about 40-minute drive around the corner, and now we're at Wangi Falls. Isn't this absolutely stunning? Gorgeous place. This place has actually got the pool itself is actually quite a bit bigger than Florence, so you don't get that sort of sense of being crammed in with lots and lots of people here. Hardly anyone here. Amazing. There's actually a few steps across here on the left-hand side of the frame where people have been going in swimming. We had a swim in this yesterday and the day before. We've been actually staying just at the campground just over the back. But yesterday, I was able to sort of swim right in under the falls. Couldn't take the camera, of course, but was able to get the falls and get right underneath them, and it's absolutely spectacular. Really, really sensational place. So there was no way I was going to leave here without getting a picture for you guys. So Wangi Falls in Litchfield National Park. Absolutely incredible. So we're going to be moving on from here today. I've done a shot here in landscape mode. You can see the composition's pretty straightforward there. What I might try and do, I've only got my 16-35 lens with me at the moment, but I might try and turn the camera portrait. We'll go into 35mm and see if we can get a shot in portrait mode too. The falls on the right is obviously the fall to shoot here. This must be absolutely thundering in the wet season. It must be absolutely amazing to see, because here we are in the dry season and it's still got good water flow over it. It's about 38 degrees today. Whew, pretty hot. Alright, let's have a look at the shot, let's check this one out, and then we'll go and try portrait one. Here we go.
Alright, so then it was time to leave Litchfield National Park and the waterfalls and head north up to Darwin. It's only just over an hour's drive, so Darwin was quite an easy one, and we had a bit of a treat in the store just outside of Darwin. Let's go and check it out. Alright, so it's 8 in the morning and we've just arrived at the Adelaide River croc jumping cruise. So we're going to do this cruise and see if I've brought the camera with me and see if we can get any shots of these crocs jumping out of the water here. A few people around, so I'm expecting a fairly busy cruise, but see if we can get a spot by the railing, and we'll see if we can get some shots of some crocs. All right, here we go.
Together, this is where they love to live, yeah? All right, cool. So welcome to your jumping crocodile cruise, folks, where the crocs jump up out of the water to grab things just outside of the railings. So please, at all times, folks, stay away from the railings. I don't know how much clearer I can be than that. Do you all understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, a couple of yeses. Do we all understand? Yeah. Very good. We're gonna have a good trip then. Oh my God, snag straight away, folks.
Didn't even have to jump. Oh.
There you have it.
Is that a metal hook you've got on that?
No, it's just a flexible piece of wire. No, we're not catching the crocs. That's another tour. Quick, even for this size, isn't he? Just tearing apart that chicken. Beautiful colours, this crocodile. Look at that, it's actually looks like an albino crocodile, folks.
Oh.
Look at that head.
Oh.
So as soon as they're born, they're about 30 centimeters big, and then for the first 5 years, they grow about a foot a year. So he looks like he's under his 5th year. Almost got the fish, Brutus. Good fisherman, mate.
So after watching all those dinosaurs jumping out the water, there was another gorgeous Australian dinosaur sitting on the bank as we got back, sitting in some beautiful lights, just asking for his picture to be taken. All right, we're going to head back to Wangi Falls and wrap everything up.
All right, so we are done from Wangi Falls. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? So we're going to move on from here, heading up towards Darwin over the next few days, and then onward somewhere else after that. So I'm going to put all the shots up now, as I normally do with all the settings. And if you enjoyed the shots, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Come with us on this lap of Australia. We'd love to have you along with us. All right, we're done. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.